Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a really exciting one. This is going to be an Instagram Picks My video. I basically gave you guys an option of high-end or drugstore, almost in every category. Don't quote me on that. And I put up a poll and just let you guys pick what you guys wanted to see today. So that's what we're going to be doing today. I'm pretty excited about it and I'm kind of nervous. I saw this video floating around and I saw Jordan lipscombe do it. She's the cutest little girl ever. If you haven't seen her, go check out her YouTube. Literally, you're gonna love her because she's so cute. I saw her do this video and I watched the whole thing and I thought it was a pretty cool concept and I loved how involved you guys got to be in the video. So I wanted to do the exact same thing. So I went ahead and put the polls up and let you guys choose between two options of each category of makeup. Literally almost every category of makeup. So that's what we're gonna be doing here today. So I feel like I've been gone for such a long time, even though I know I took about a week off of basically social media in general. I just felt like I was getting overwhelmed by life in general, so I needed to take a little bit of a break. A lot has been going on with me and my husband and my family. Nothing crazy, it's just a lot of the house situation was going on. We have decided to pull our house off the market and not sell our house anymore. It was just really hectic, really crazy, and I honestly am really happy that we did that. I feel like it kind of showed me what I have, to embrace what I have and to love what we have instead of like wanting more at the moment. Maybe it isn't in God's time, maybe it isn't a perfect time, and maybe He has something better for us in the future. But for right now, just to really love and embrace what we have now. So that's what we are doing. We are no longer moving. We are gonna stay here, but we are gonna build a pool, which I'm super excited about, and I know the kids are gonna be obsessed with it. So I'm really excited about that, and I'm really excited for the next couple months just to see what happens with this house now. I was really excited because I was gonna get a new beauty room, but that's okay. We are just gonna reno the shit out of this one and just kind of get rid of what I have going on right now and just revamp it. I want to go for like a boho kind of style theme, war with like woodsy and plants, black and white. That kind of theme is what I'm going for to match this chair. So anyways, I will stop rambling now. That's kind of like my little life update for you guys. And it was just really stressing me out and I didn't find myself wanting to be filming or on camera. So that's why I took a little bit of a break, but the kids are back in camp this week for another week. So I decided I am gonna take today and maybe film like 2 or 3 videos. So I will stop rambling. Let's just jump straight into the video. Please subscribe before you go. Follow me on all my social media and let's get this party started. Alright, so I think I'm going to start off by kind of pinning my hair back. I bought these like really cute sleep scrunchies from Ulta, and can you guys believe like scrunchies are making a comeback right now? Like, how weird is that? You can't even see it, but it's so cute. Okay, so let's go ahead and check out what Instagram said. I'm probably going to start off with my brows first because it's been a long time since I have groomed those. So let's see. So I gave you guys the option of L'Oreal or Benefit, and you guys chose Benefit, which I'm really excited about because I've never tried Benefit Gimme Brow or Goof Proof brow pencil. I'm not really into the thin like brow pencils anymore. I'm really into the definer, I guess you can say, like the Anastasia brow definer. So I picked this one up today. I went into Ulta just because I wanted to, and I haven't been in a long time, and I don't have the kids, so like what the hell, I want to shop in peace. Why can't I get this out? Okay, so I picked this up in the shade 4.5. I honestly felt like I could have been 4 and I felt like it could have been 5. So when I saw 4.5, I was like, perfect. I don't know which one to get, so I'm just gonna get 4.5. I know I'm so late to the bandwagon because this is really old. But I love this packaging. It is so freaking cute. I'm living for it. So we're gonna go ahead and start off with this. So one side is the brush and the other side is the pencil. If only you guys could see my brows in person, like what the hell has happened to me? I have just let these bad boys go. So since my kids are in camp this week, I have just decided to really just work on the house. Since we're not gonna be moving, I feel like I need to declutter, because the whole reason we wanted to move in the first place, besides like the upstairs, getting like a playroom for the kids and me having a beauty room, is kind of just having more storage space, because the house we're currently living in right now it's like we grew out of it so quick, and there's no storage, I guess you could say. Like, I have nowhere to put our stuff. So in order for me to feel not, I guess you could say, like I have space and not like we've outgrown this house, is I want to declutter. So that is what I've been doing since the kids have been in camp, and it feels amazing to just throw shit away. I am so not a hoarder, so the fact that we have so much BS in here drives me insane. Like, my husband's the type of guy who like wants to keep all the boxes to everything he buys, and it drives me nuts because it's like, why the hell do you need all the boxes? You don't need the boxes. You're never gonna do it again. All that kind of stuff. It's just so annoying. I mean, I understand keeping the boxes to like game consoles or TVs, because if you do want to sell it, it sells better when you have the box. But for like shoes or like stupid stuff, like, it drives me insane. Like, he bought me a new Henry Bendel, and he wants me, so Henry Bendel comes in like bags, right? And he wants me to keep the bags for the Henry Bendel. Like, for what? What the hell do I need to keep the bag? I'm gonna be wearing the new bag on my back, so why do I need to keep the bag that it comes in? You know what I mean? So typically I would line both eyebrows. I know my eyebrows are like completely different. And I would just go in with powder to fill them in, but I guess for the purpose of this video, I would just go in with this brow pencil and just fill them in. Typically, I don't like to do that because I like to just use powder. I feel like it gives you a softer feel, a more of like a natural look, and not so like dark and harsh. But just for the purpose of this video, for you girls who do like to do your brows like this, I'm just gonna go ahead and do it. So honestly, I wanna know if you guys like the backdrop that I have going on right now, or the color backdrop better, or do you guys like to see like a mix of them with, depending on the videos that I put up? That's what I would like to know. I just feel like with the color backdrops, you see what I'm doing a little bit easier and more clear versus this backdrop, but I do like the hominess and like you're chilling in my house kind of feel with these kind of backdrops. Go ahead and clean up my brows and be right back to start the rest of my face. Guys, why do I do this every single time? I'm like recording without recording. It's so annoying. So what I did off camera that I thought I did on camera was I took this Sol de Janeiro Bum Bum Brazilian Bum Bum cream, and I applied this all over my face. I just got off my menstrual cycle, so I felt a little bit dry. So I wanted to go ahead and hydrate this. Then I gave you guys the option of, where's the other one? I gave you guys the option of the Balm's Time Balm or the Too Faced Hangover Primer. And I just checked, and Too Faced, one, it was 59% this and 41% the balm. So I went ahead and I applied this all over the skin as well. And I was telling you guys about my friend that decided to come play. I just got off my period 2 days ago. Like, why is he here? Why are you here? So I went ahead and I applied this. So before we go on to the rest of our face, you guys know that I like to do eyes first before foundation or anything like that. So I'm gonna go back in and see what you guys chose. I gave you guys the option of, for eyeshadow palettes, I gave you guys the option of the Lunar Beauty or the NYX Fire palette, and it looks like the Lunar Beauty palette won. So I guess we're gonna go ahead and go into the Lunar Beauty palette. But for actual like star of the show, what I should use for the shadow, I gave you guys the option of, where'd it go? The Stila Magnificent Metal. It's a new one that I found today at Ulta. It's called La Douce, I think is what it is. It's super pretty, like an antique green gold. Or I gave you the option of me using a bunch of, or one of Dose of Colors Block Party. I have like the blue one, emerald green one, and I Need Space, I think it's what it's called. And it's like a gray type of color. And 43% said Dose of Colors and 57% said Stila. So I'm gonna go ahead and use the Stila. So we're just gonna figure it out. So you guys want the Stila, so I'm gonna give you guys the Stila. This is such a pretty like olivey, antique-y kind of gold color. As soon as I saw this, I was like, holy shit, I need to have it. I'm gonna go more on the cooler route. So I'm gonna go in first with Hunty instead, which is more of this cool tone brown. Kind of brushing it outwards all the way into that inner corner. This is definitely a very gray looking brown. So now we're gonna go back into that shade Mug, pick up a heavy amount and kind of do the exact same thing that we did with Hunty, just a little bit lower. It's definitely a more cool tone, grungy kind of look. Not gonna lie to you guys, like using that mirror is actually like really hard for me. Yes, so much better. I'm gonna go back into that Sigma E40 and just dust out those edges. Even though those colors do kind of look similar, just one's a little bit darker than the other. So not much edge to buff out. So now I'm gonna go back into that color Trade and begin to do what we were doing earlier, putting this a little bit onto the lid and then about halfway into the crease, just kind of deepening up that outer V. So my mother-in-law is picking up the kids from camp today, so tonight is basically kind of like a get ready with me date night with my husband. Even though date night is going to Five Guys, but when you're on keto, you know, Five Guys is like freaking heaven to your ears. I am just craving a burger with some cheese and some bacon, and they do this like lettuce wrap there. And I know that sounds stupid because a lot of places do lettuce wraps, but their lettuce wrap like doesn't break when you eat it, so it's not too messy. It's like the perfect amount. So speaking of keto, this journey has been interesting. I'm obviously doing something wrong because I honestly haven't lost any weight. I do feel less bloated and I feel better, more energized. But as far as like weight goes and size, I don't see a difference yet. Okay, so now I'm gonna take a little bit of the black in this palette. This is called, I believe, Shady. And I'm gonna take the tiniest amount and really just keep it on that outer edge. Nothing too crazy, just in circular motions. Then I'm gonna go back in to that color Trade and just buff out that black with that color. This look is freaking super cool tone for me. I am so not used to this. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and clean up the edges before we jump into that Stila lid color. Okay, so I went ahead and I dusted off all the excess that I had on. I think I'm gonna go in with the Stila, obviously, and then depending on how the look goes, I might go in with that Leave Me Alone from the Dose of Colors Block Party. But when you're using these Stila eyeshadows, or liquid eyeshadows, you don't need to go in with concealer to clean anything up because the wand is so easy. So it's so easy just to go ahead and cut the crease with this glitter, if that makes sense. So I'm just gonna keep my handy dandy pencil or shader brush in hand, but I'm gonna go ahead directly in with the wand and carve out that color. Do you guys see how pretty this is? Dude, living for it. That's actually really pretty with those colors. So I'm gonna go, actually I'm gonna let this dry real quick. I'm gonna go ahead and jump into the other eye. I was gonna go in with the colors on the outer crease, but this is still extremely wet. So I'm gonna just go ahead and carve the other lid really fast. Wow, that is so metallic and so pretty. Alrighty then. I actually am obsessed with the way that looks. So I'm gonna go ahead and jump back into the color Trade just to kind of buff in that green with that outer crease space. Ooh, just to buff in that green with the rest of the colors, just making sure that they blend in seamlessly. Okay, and then I'm gonna go back into the black from that palette and just hit it again. And just clean it up. Okay, so I went ahead, finished off the other eye, added a little bit of liner on the top. And before we move on to the face or adding some lashes, I'm gonna go ahead and do a little bit of liner on the bottom as well. I feel like this is a very grungy look, so I want to continue the vibe underneath and then just top it off with like a nude lip. So I'm gonna go ahead and take some eyeliner, stick it inside the waterline, And for this, I'm using the Color Science Gel Pot Liner. Okay, so with this same liner brush, I'm gonna jump back into that black from the Lunar Beauty palette, and I'm just gonna set where I place down this pot liner. Okay, so by setting that black liner, it kind of just ensures that it's not gonna go anywhere and it's not gonna move. But now, oh my god, my eyes are watering. We are gonna go into the lighter shades of the bunch and just really blend it out. So for this, I'm actually gonna go into the color Sickening. I don't want to go in with Hunty and I don't want to go in with Mug because I feel like they are cooler tones and I don't want to look like I have a black eye, which is why I'm going to go in with Sickening first, just to really blend it out with a warm kind of neutral color. As you can tell how much that really blended it out, smoked it out, but gave it a more lighter effect and not so harsh and not so intense. All right, now with that same blending brush, I'm going to go into Mug and Trade, kind of mix together and really buff it out underneath as well, just to deepen up underneath to kind of match the top. And I'm gonna drag this all the way into right here, not really where it goes up into my eye, just kind of leaving that right there empty, but just keeping it right here. Okay, so now I'm gonna go back with that small eyeliner brush and just kind of tap the black back in. All right, so my eyes are watering, so I gotta give it a little bit of a break. So for the inner corner highlight, I think I wanna do something kind of cool. So I am gonna go into this Sleek Solstice palette, and I'm gonna take this yellow right here. It's like a really champagne-y yellow color, and I'm gonna put that into my inner corner. And I know it looks really bright right now, but we're gonna top it off with a different color. And because I want to stick with like the green theme, I'm going to jump into the Kylie Jenner Royal Peach palette and take this green right here and put it on top of that Solstice color that we just did. You see now how it kind of has like a green tinge to it. And I'm going to go in with just like a smaller blending brush and just kind of buff that out so it doesn't look so harsh. For our brow bone highlight, I'm just going to go into a gold kind of highlight and use that to highlight the brow bone. And then once I'm done with that, I'm gonna go ahead, apply some lashes, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so I went ahead and I finished off the eyes. I applied the mascara, a little bit of a brow highlight, cleaned up the brows, and now moving on to the face. So I asked you guys what foundation you wanted between the Makeup Revolution sticks or the ColourPop foundation, and 59% of you guys chose the ColourPop foundation, which I'm kind of bummed about because I really wanted to use the sticks, but I think I'm still going to use one of them to contour with. So for the foundation, I'm going to be going into the ColourPop No Filter foundation. This is in the number medium dark 135. Oh, my lashes are getting stuck together. Putting this on my hand, I'm going to go in with the ColourPop foundation brush that this foundation came with, and then I'm gonna go ahead and buff everything after using a Sigma Kabuki brush. I honestly haven't used that brush in the longest time, and it was sent to me, so I wanted to use it again. And dude, I forgot how good this brush is. I'm gonna take a little bit more and just start to push that into the skin. So with this brush, you want to really push it into the skin, and then once you have it pushed in, you can go ahead and buff it out, and it gives you such a flawless finish. I use this brush whenever my beauty blenders are dirty because I don't like to go into my face with dirty beauty blenders, just because I feel like it really causes me to break out, and it's kind of nasty to have all that built up makeup on there and you just keep wetting it and soaking it into the beauty blender. So I really like to go into this whenever my beauty blenders are dirty, even though they're not dirty today, but I kind of just wanted to show you guys how this brush works. So I like to really just push it in, and then once it's pushed in, then I go in and kind of blend it out. But it is a pretty big brush, so you do use it really quickly, if that makes any kind of sense. Okay, so now I'm gonna actually go in to the Makeup Forever foundation stick, but I'm gonna use this to bronze up and contour my face. This is in the shade F15. So you don't wanna go too crazy with this, so I like to kind of just dot it out and just place one small line. a little bit more above where you want to contour, because once you blend it out, it begins to drag downwards. I like to do it underneath my lip too, and then just 3 small lines like that, because like I said, this does blend out really fast and it just melts straight into your skin. So you don't want to go too crazy with this. I'm actually going to start off with this side. And this is a Morphe M436. I like to use stippling brushes when I'm blending out my contour. I feel like it gives you a softer, more natural kind of finish. And because it is a stippling brush, it doesn't do it too precise. It kind of gives you that blown out airbrush effect. As you can see, it looks a little bit harsh right now, but then I'm going to go in with my beauty blender in a minute just to really soften all that up. But so far, it's so pretty. It's like with the heat of your body, this foundation stick just melts. Like literally, the longer that you leave it sitting, it's just like the more, I was going to say meltier. I don't know how to explain it. You guys just literally have to buy it to see that it like legit just melts into the skin. And the next thing that you guys chose, I believe I asked, let me see. I asked for either the Makeup Revolution concealer or the new Tarte creaseless concealer, and I believe you guys chose the creaseless, which is good because I bought it today, so I was kind of excited to use it. Yep, 85% said the new Tarte one and 15% said the Makeup Revolution. Honestly, that Makeup Revolution one is so good. So I'm kind of sad you guys didn't make me use it, but I am excited to try this new Tarte one out because I've heard good things about it. I did hear that it's a little bit more sticky than like you would think it is, and it's a little bit thicker, so I'm kind of nervous about that. Wow, it's definitely a thicker consistency. Remember, we already did the under eye, so you don't want to blend above that because you already did it. So you kind of just want to stay below it and really blend it out. Bring that up on the side of my nose and then go back in with that nose contour just because I went a little bit too on top of it. So far, this concealer seems nice. I will say, if you're not used to a sticky consistency, it's gonna throw you off because it is really thick. But so far, I'm not really creasing, so far so good. It does look extremely dewy. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and blend out this nose contour really fast. Okay, so I've been sitting here for a couple minutes and it still hasn't creased, so that's pretty good. I do feel like the shade is pretty, but I feel like ultra freaking dewy, which is a little bit too much. So we're gonna go into setting powder to really combat that. Okay, so the next thing that I asked you was what setting powder you guys wanted me to use. I asked you either ColourPop or Lancome and RCMA. 59% of you guys said ColourPop. So I've been using the translucent ColourPop powder, but I tried out the other day the banana powder and I freaked out because I was super scared about it, but I honestly really liked the way it looked. So I'm gonna use that again today. So I'm just gonna take a little bit on the top and we're gonna go ahead and push this concealer back into our skin. Honestly, it still has not creased. So that creaseless has me really impressed because it honestly really has not. Okay, so I'm gonna use this brightening powder to dust off underneath my eyes. And I like to keep it kind of low and then kind of work my way up as I do that. Because it is really brightening, so I don't like to go directly under the eye. I kind of like to start here and then work my way up. So now I'm gonna go into the ColourPop in medium dark powder. And I'm gonna use a Morphe E1 and I'm gonna just place that above everywhere I had that banana powder and just push everything into my skin. I really like using this technique better than kind of like just dusting it away. I just feel like pushing everything into your skin really lets you set your face, but also ensures that nothing's gonna really move out of place at all. The next thing I asked you guys was if you guys wanted me to use the Makeup Revolution contour palette or the Morphe contour palette, and majority of you guys said Morphe. I believe it was like 59. It was pretty close. So I'm gonna take this to really just bronze up my skin, and I think I'm gonna take the shade Debutante, which is this color right here, and I'm gonna use this just to really warm up the skin. And I like to brush everything back into the hairline So you don't see any harsh lines of the foundation and the contour or the bronzer. Okay, so now that we have really warmed up the skin, I also gave you guys an option of the other Morphe blush palette or the Sigma Cor de Rosa color, and you guys chose this Morphe one, which I'm kind of sad about because I have an attachment to that Sigma one, but I believe I'm going to take the color Unapologetic and MUA, these two colors right here, which is pretty much like a muted out peachy color. But I feel like since this eye look is really dramatic, I don't want to go too intense with the blush colors. I gave you guys the option of Wet n Wild Precious Petals or ColourPop Au Revoir. Little peach fuzz, excuse me ma'am. And you guys, majority rules, you guys chose ColourPop Au Revoir, which I'm kind of sad about because I kind of wanted to use that Precious Petals, but I don't like to use that ColourPop on my nose. So I'm going to go ahead and actually do this really fast on my nose. And we're just going to pick up a pencil brush, put that on the tip of my nose. I just feel like that ColourPop one has a little bit too much glitter specks to be put on the nose or the Cupid's bow. Now we're going to jump into the ColourPop Au Revoir color. And what I like to do is I like to basically just grab a highlighting brush, dip it directly into the pan, and then tap out the excess onto the top. Because these are extremely pigmented, you do not need a heavy hand whatsoever with this. Before we continue, I'm going to go ahead and spray my face with this Morphe setting spray. And then for lips, I'll give you guys two options. I'm kind of sad because I really wanted to try this one out. I gave you guys this Wet n Wild Liquid Catsuit Lip option, topped with this Lemonade Soda, or Lemonade Dominique Cosmetics Sweet Tea, I think it is, or Dose of Colors Supernatural with their Dose of Colors Over the Top Gloss. And you guys chose all Dose of Colors, and I'm really sad because I really wanted to try out that Wet n Wild, but it is what it is. Maybe we'll do it in a later video, or maybe I'll just top it off with that. So I'm going to go ahead and line my lips, obviously, with Cork lip liner. So whenever you're going in with like a super nude lip and you're like, holy shit, it's going to be so white on me, I promise you it's not. You just need a darker lip liner, and you don't need to apply it so heavy on your lips, maybe like 3 dabs, and then tap it out with your fingers to really blend it in. But almost every lip is wearable, I promise. So now I'm going to go into Dose of Colors Supernatural. And I'm going to apply this all over my lips. Wow, I love this nude. I'm kind of tempted just to place this in like the center. I look hella greasy right now. What the heck? I think I went highlight extreme. So I'm kind of tempted to place this kind of in the center, but I do really like this lip color, but I just want to see what it would look like placing the Wet n Wild. Okay, so that's like extremely cool tone. It's actually kind of pretty though. Let me try applying it just a little bit more. It's definitely a lot more nude. I think right now I'm liking Supernatural a little bit better because this is really pale. So I'm going to go back on top. Okay, so I'm going to add a little bit of gloss to the center of my lips. I don't want my entire lip to be really glossy. I'm not really in that mood right now. So I'm just going to apply it to the center just because you guys voted on it. And it's just going to give it a little bit more of a plumping effect. Alright guys, so I'm going to go ahead, finish off my hair, and then come back and let you know my final thoughts on this look. Alright guys, so that concludes today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed watching me come up with this look today. I had so much fun filming this Instagram Does My Makeup video. I honestly didn't know when I wanted to sit down to film today. I know that I still owe you guys 2 blue looks, but I'm waiting on one palette to create one, and the other one I have no excuse for. I just haven't done it yet. but I felt inspired to do this look or this video today, so I'm so glad that I did it because I had so much fun, and I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. Let me know down below what you guys think about this kind of video. Do you guys want to see more of them? Do you want to pick out more of my makeup? I thought it was a lot of fun. The only thing that I don't like about this look so far is the concealer. I feel like it's super thick in the inner corner, and I feel like it doesn't look too good, but I think it's because I maybe applied too much of that concealer. So I'm going to keep testing it out and let you guys know what I think about it. But as far as this look goes, I love the way the eyes turned out. I tried to do more of like a soft, warm eye, and it turned out to be extremely dramatic, but I'm honestly living for it. I feel like this is the perfect date night, wedding, going to a wedding, going out kind of look. And these lips I am living for. Honestly, it's my favorite part of the look. I didn't think that I would like the Wet n Wilds in the center of the lips, but I feel like it honestly made the entire lips. They just look so pouty, so wet, so nude, and it's like the perfect nude. Literally, I cannot get over this lip right now. And I like how I placed the gloss just in the center and I left the outside matte, because sometimes with a gloss, things can get really messy or your hair blows in your face and it gets stuck. So I just feel like it's a perfect happy medium. So I won't keep you guys any longer. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to subscribe down below. Let me know what you guys think, and subscribe to my Instagram, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys. A mí me gusta que me traten como dama, aunque a veces se me olvide cuando estamos en la cama. A mí me gusta que me digan poesía al oído por la noche.